Good morning. So today I'm going to try and go through the vertical shaft on this little engine and put Loctite on all of the set screws. So I'll just turn as we go and just find the set screws and try to hold the engine steady. Every time I find a set screw, pull it out, dab a little Loctite on the end of it, and put it back in. I'm also going to move this collar holding the governor weights up to snug it against this plate here. Because the governor weights are flying far enough that they're hitting the fins on the side of the engine. And if I snug that, then as the governor weights move up, they're going to have less play to move out before they start pushing the collar up to slow the engine down. So, get started with that. I guess we'll start from the bottom because I have that set screw out here, and oh, these are tinier than the tiniest, the 1.5 millimeter in that big set, so I guess that one is a 1.3 millimeters hex key. Dish of rubbing alcohol that I can swish that around in before I put the dab of there. There. So, dab of rubbing alcohol on there to clean the set screw off the teeniest bit, and then I'm not even going to squeeze any of the Loctite out of the tube. I'm just going to rub the tiny set screw on the bit that's come out the end, because that's the other key about this. You do not want to get any extra Loctite anywhere, because it's so tiny that if you accidentally get Loctite someplace you don't want it, then you're gonna come up against that top set screw is even tinier than the bottom one. Nope, I just didn't get it to fit right. Where's that? Or are my bits out of order? Nope, that's okay. So that must be another 1.3 millimeter. Aha, I just didn't get it. There we go. There. If I had, well, and that's the thing I was trying to do. If I hold the flywheel in place, even if I wiggle that, I know that the set screw was facing straight out from the engine, so it can go back in place and be pretty close on. So dab my set screw in rubbing alcohol. And I know that the hole is not getting cleaned out, but if I don't, the only way to do that would be to dip the whole assembly in rubbing alcohol, and I do not want to take it off of the engine. So do the same thing I did last time to check. Alright. That's top dead center. There's top dead center again as the exhaust valve closes. So intake, good. Perfect. Alright. So that's about where it goes. That middle set screw is 1.5 millimeter. So this, the governor weights doesn't matter where they end up. So I'm just gonna it doesn't matter where they end up rotationally on the engine, so I'm actually gonna get my rag here. So I'm gonna gently set this up like that, so that I can get that out of the way. We can do that. Now, hold this. My lighting is always anyhow. Alright. Try to. There. Maybe if I do that and slide this back. Let's turn it this way. Alright. Try to show what's going on here. So this whole collar moves. This whole collar moves, so I'm just gonna fold the governor balls in and make sure that it's as tight as it can be against this this spinning lifter, because there was a little gap there. In fact, I might give it just a teeny bit of pressure. That's going to slow the engine down, but more importantly, it's going to hopefully going to keep those governor balls from striking the side of the cylinder. So Okay, so it's just snug now. Giving it that little extra bump. And tighten it down. Alright. And there's actually give it a teeny bit more preloading on that spring. There. Let's see. Check. Yep, the spring is down and that little detent is not in the way of this little detent here. Yeah, that little detent there is not in the way of the exhaust valve, so perfect. There we go. That should be that. And then I'm gonna get some electrical tape and the reflective tape on the flywheel so that I can get out my RPM meter and see how fast this runs now. But with the set screws on the side of the engine there Loctited in place, then I won't have to worry about it losing timing while it runs, because you remember that was one of the issues I had with the EM1 was that the set screws were so tiny that when it ran, the vibration of running against the tiny set screws was enough to rattle them loose, and then the engine would suddenly go completely out of timing. So, but that is that on this engine for today anyway, and we'll see about how it runs tomorrow or maybe later today. I don't know. I have laundry and stuff to do. I also need to grab the Dremel and put a little notch on the side of the needle valve there so that I can see how far open and closed it is. But yeah, that's that. We'll see how this runs when we get a chance to try it out.